Jack, where do you feel that one slipped away? Pretty competitive for the most part.
I thought our discipline that way, if you asked us, is I thought we, at stages, we lost our minds in that space. That'd be the number one thing that we're trying to address right now. Maybe a little bit too passionate, and we sort of lose our way. I'm going to obviously discuss the free throw count and us fouling. So, we've got to find a way to not foul. This isn't me saying that way. I would appreciate a phone call back. Matt would appreciate a phone call back from Scott, though, to get some clear instructions that way. But I'm not saying that about the officials today, but we need to figure it out, and we need some help in that space. That's why I mentioned that. And then today for the first time, we really got spanked on the glass, which is something that we've been actually pretty good at. But we are competing. We are right there. We do have to be a bit careful with a bit of belief, but I think we'll be all right in that space. We usually are. But, like I said, it's time. But, at the end of the day we played Melbourne twice now. We've got a good challenge against Sydney, in that space. So, I'm not by no means happy, definitely disappointed in the guys in that space, but still, optimistic that we're getting better. We are getting better, but we're getting worse at the same time, if you know what I mean.
What do you put that rebound disparity down to? 49-24, they've more than doubled you guys. What do you put that down to?
I'm going to give you a really bad. They wanted the ball more than us today. They had a bit more of a will, which isn't what we're meant to be. You know what I mean? Just guys come. Sometimes when you play guys when they're out too, there's it's a bit more dangerous. So Chris is doing all the work, which gives him a free mind. He doesn't have to worry about it, and that happens. But the will of it right now is it shouldn't be a thing where they got guys in low minutes really rebounding the ball right now really well, and that's why probably they're the favourites right now early on in the season.
Can the team have done anything better to I suppose stop Chris today, or is it just when he's in that mode, is he just so hard to stop?
No, I thought they could have done some things a little bit better, but he had a good game today. I'm not going to discredit one of the better players to play in the league. By no means, but we could have made some a little bit harder for him, and he could have still made it. And I would have come in here and said, well, we can't do any more. In that space. But I'm not going to come in and disrespect Chris by no means, but I do think we could have done a little bit better. And in fairness, if he had 20 today, we win. So that's also saying do a little bit better. Just cut him down his points a little bit.
Todd, what are some of the positives from today? It seems like you guys clearly getting better and super competitive against these teams. What are the positives you saw from today?
I thought we played hard. Obviously, we got beaten on the board, which was disappointing. But I think throughout the game, there was always that effort. We never, I think we played until the end. There was things that didn't go our way. There's a lot of things we could have done better. But at the same time, we look back at, maybe Tassie and we lose by 30. They could have went that way. We never know. But we continued to play. We continued to. The effort was there.
Do you feel like the chemistry within this team is growing? It feels like everyone sort of knows where their shots are coming from these days.
Yeah, I think I guess that was always going to be the evolution of the group. It was going to be something that everyone you get to know. It was quite a new group this year from the very start, and everyone was getting to know each other, and where guys want the ball to get to their spots. And we are starting to figure that out.
Jake, Gary had a big game today. He's clearly finding some rhythm. What do you hope to keep getting out of him going forward? Yeah,
the same thing. Obviously, some of those bunnies that he usually makes, that'd be good. But that's basketball in that space. But, we have, if you say our biggest problem today was the spirit of it all. Our biggest problem overall is just figuring each other out. And it's taking a lot longer than we thought. I mean, I thought J-Rob played 3 really good quarters, and then the fourth, he wasn't his normal self. In that space, and now fitting Tyler into that is in, and then like what Toddy said is there's a lot of guys with offensive mindsets right now in regard to we got obviously where HJ fits, where Toddy fits in the scheme of things, in that space, and then obviously Sam and like there's a bunch of guys in that space that sort of and that is our biggest challenge. And what we're saying is that we haven't nailed it yet, but we're also relying on it too much. When again, 96 points is too many. In that space. So we're relying too much on something that we haven't nailed yet. We need to fix the defensive up every game, and then eventually, if we're going to fill our potential, the offense will come. In that space. And I thought today we tried again to sort of at stages. I thought there was some good, obviously, like Toddy said, but at stages we just didn't get a big stop when we needed or a big offense. And today was on the rebound count.
Gary landed awkwardly, but he came back into the game. Is he all good after the game?
I mean, no one said anything different to me, so I try not to ask anymore about imports when they fall over. So I think I won't, unless they tell me, and I'll let you know. But I don't want to know about it. Yeah.
Lucky Ulbrich fouled out today. He fouled out last game against his team. I feel like he's someone who's very important for you guys. What do you kind of dig into him as far as the next step in his growth to make sure he can give you consistent effort?
Yeah, again, is with the way this league is, there's a lot of good about it and there's a lot of hype, in that stage. And Lockie's 19 years old, playing in a league with guys that have played for, Joe's a borderline NBA player, Toddy's been in the league forever. Goulding's been in the league. No, that way. Sorry, but no, my bad. But the thing is, right now with it is he's gonna. We just got to be patient with his lumps, and we'll give him praise. I thought against Cairns he kept the ball alive on the glass. I thought today he couldn't get his rhythm in that way. In that space but he's 19, turning 20 years old. He's he's a good player. He's got a good future at this club. I think maybe not trying to give him his growth, that space, and let him make his mistakes. Celebrate when he does well, but also now is teach when he's doing badly. If we start to think that he's a bit more than that, we're going to set him up to fail.
How does he handle the big man? Sometimes coming to this league can struggle with the fouls in particular. How does he handle the roller coaster of having some good moments and some tough nights like today? He had a tough night against this team last time, and then he did well against Cairns, I thought. And so the only thing I have is his actions. So he did, whatever you say, badly or not well, whatever it is against Melbourne last time. Picked himself up against Cairns, right? And now he's sort of had it wasn't as big a battle as the other night too, by the way, but it was a little bit more of a battle. I expect him on for the next game to pick himself up in that space, and his actions have been that, so I've got no problem with him.
You guys have Sydney next game. Last time you guys played Sydney was opening night. Where do you feel like the biggest growth is between that night and next week?
Like I said, I think we still, even though I'm not happy defensively, we've gotten a lot better. We've gotten better. Sorry, I'm not using a lot. And then I think I thought at the beginning of the year we took some weird shots, if that's a bad way to say it. So I think we're a much more settled basketball team. I think we know how to find each other. I think we've got a lot of way to go, and I think we're much more settled. When for 3 quarters today, I thought we were really settled. So I do think we have improved a lot in that space. But it's professional sport. It's not an improving league. It's not a development league. It's about winning, and we should be now desperate to win.
Good.
Thank you.